Was. Blimey, I don't think I've ever said we've won three on the trot at the start of the season. So a 3-1 win against Fairford today must be really pleasing.
Yeah, really good. You know, everything that we've talked about pre-season, the momentum that we had coming into the game, but we've talked a lot about mentality, a lot about how we want to play this year, where we've moved on as a football club, as a football team, and a lot of pre-season games we went goals down, but our mentality to actually get back into the game, get results, albeit pre-season, you still have to do it, you still have to have that mentality. Same happened at Cribs, 1-0 down. Same happened again today. But we're a lot fitter. We're finishing games strong. And yeah, 3 wins on a bounce, you couldn't ask for any more.
I think it's fair to say, coming into today, Fairford were some of the nemesis for you. I don't think, bar a couple of draws we were talking about just a few moments ago, you've not had a great record against them.
No, they said they are very good at what they do. Got total respect for the management team, the club itself, and they've always give us a tough game, and we are striving to get closer to them as a team, as a football club since I've been here. We haven't, just because we won today doesn't mean we've turned the corner, but yeah, it's nice to get that little one over the line that haven't won before. There are always challenges. There are always things that I look at. We've got a couple more that I probably still haven't got results against, and hopefully, we'll do that as the season progresses.
Yeah, I guess the question on my mind is, what has changed this year? Because the style of play has improved alongside the results, I think.
Yeah, we've wanted to do it previously, and you just look at it sometimes and you think, not losing anybody in pre-season is give us that stability to say actually we can work on a few things. We've got trust in the squad, we've got trust in the players. When you're trying to rebuild every summer, you've got to try and integrate those players into a system, into something very quickly. But we've identified the players that we've got and what their abilities are, and we want to play a bit more football. I've been here 3.5 years, and generally not played the football that I would like to be as a manager. But on the flip side, we've got results, we've stayed up, we've had all those little positives this year. Like, we're not going to be Barcelona, but we are. We do want to play a little bit more football, and a bit more attractive, and be a bit more entertaining.
Yeah, and I think it would be fair to say, and I'd struggled. Fairford dispute this. I thought first half their goal came against the run of play, and we were looking the better side. But I guess that's the threat that Alfie Presley presents.
Yeah, 100%. They've got a threat, and they will improve. They've got 5 or 6 players that they're going to try and integrate into their team. We probably caught them on a good time, so they've not quite gelled. But they'll be there or thereabouts at the the end of the season. But yeah, I thought they started better than us. I thought they were a little bit brighter on the front foot, doing the right things. But we grew into the game, and if you go by chances, territorial, and possession, I think we were disappointed or unlucky to be 1-0 down at half time.
Yeah, and then I guess what you say about mentality kicks in, because in the second half we arguably didn't play as well, but grew as the half went on, and then probably we're looking the only side who were likely to score.
Yeah, Mertz hasn't had a lot to do second half. They were 1-0 up, and as previous seasons, they are very good. They're very streetwise, and they were slowing the game down, which is credit to them. We kept, our guys were getting frustrated. I'm trying to tell them that try and not let it get into our heads, but they look comfortable. They look comfortable to get the breakthrough. We did probably at the right time, and then it just sort of swayed it in our favour.
Yeah, and you say the breakthrough. Harley with a terrific header from a corner, and then Carnell with the 2 goals. Certainly the one 5 minutes later probably swung it in our direction.
Yeah, 100%. We literally we spoke about half time, and I ain't taking any credit for the goal that came from the players at half time. They spoke to me what was happening on the corner. So we slightly adjusted what we were going to do on our attacking corners based on how they were set up, and it worked a treat. So 100% Pritch, to be fair, and Eli, they said that this was going on in the box. So we tried something second half, and it worked. So great to get that goal. It was a weird one because you don't often get a goal from a corner when the goalkeeper's got his ball in his hands. But that's the rule this year, and we took full advantage of it.
Yeah, and I guess, as I said, Carnell with 2, the second right at the end was probably a sweet moment for you personally.
Yeah, it kind of sort of sealed it, and you can relax a little bit. I'm not the most, one of those people that can relax because we put ourselves under pressure. We gave some silly free kicks away, but what we did do is put our bodies on the line again. We did win our headers. We were strong. I said at half time, even before the game, I trust us to go toe to toe with any team. Can we play a little bit? And we've been a threat. That's 3 games, 3 different wins. We've had a lot of ball at Cribs in one, no ball at Hartbury in one, and today it was a bit of mix and match in one. So, but when you got Carnell, who was he was outstanding today. He beat the fullback on numerous occasions, and we didn't quite get the joy that we wanted. He's always a threat, and like I said, he's looking like he's full of confidence.
And then just looking ahead, Tuesday evening, Mangotsfield here. Looking forward to that one?
Yeah, looking forward to it. I might have to freshen it up a little bit. I don't know any work commitments. I don't know if anyone's got any little niggles. We've got the FA Cup to look at as well. I want to go as strong as possible. But also on the flip side, the FA Cup is important to everybody at the football club. But for me, more important for those players. I said before the game last week at Hartbury, I don't want an FA Cup run. I want the players to have an FA Cup run. And if they can have an FA Cup run and enjoy it and create a little bit of their own history, scoring a goal in the FA Cup for Corey last week, you don't get these opportunities sometimes. So, yes, we'll look forward to that. But Mangotsfield will it'll take care of itself because I know my boys will be ready for it.
Great stuff. Cheers, mate.